So hello everyone and welcome to Career Launcher. So in today's class, we are going to discuss about Bretton Woods Conference. Now you will be thinking why this is important and why it is important for MBA entrance examination. So we will discuss first of all, if you see the previous year question of ZAT, they have asked questions from here, from this topic, the Bretton Woods Conference, which resulted into the formation of IMF, that is International Monetary Fund, and World Bank. So they have asked about which is called as Bretton Woods twins, etc. So previously we have seen questions in MBA exams from this topic. Second thing, this topic is important because it is related something with banking, money, finances, etc. And if you are going in any B schools, then you must be knowing about these basic things related with business, economics, banking, etc. ये सब छोटी मोटी चीजें आपको बिल्कुल पता होनी चाहिए. That is why I have decided to discuss this. So am I audible, visible? Everything is fine? Is my voice reaching? If everything is fine, please write yes in the comments so that we can start our session. So let us begin. So सबसे पहले tomorrow, so today is 22nd, so tomorrow 23rd February को, that is on Sunday, from 10 a.m. in the morning to 1:45 p.m. we'll be having a session, CAT 2025 race to 99 percentile a head start. So we'll be having 6 faculties taking this session, and on the same YouTube channel on which you are watching it. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to it, press the bell icon, and go to the live section, and you can see tomorrow 10 a.m. Please be live. बल्कि आप, I would suggest कि आप इसको notify me पे click कर दो. So click here or notify me so that whenever the class goes live, you will get a notification on your phone. Okay. So these are the basic things. And the best thing is, yes, you can ask if you attend live, then of course you can ask your query, any confusion, anything regarding it. कुछ नहीं समझ में आ रहा है, ये क्या चीज से related है. If you have any doubt, that is why I'm suggesting please join live. That would be very, very beneficial. Otherwise, if you do not have time, then of course you can watch recorded, but watching live is better. Okay, so let us begin with today's class. And these are some of the images of Bretton Woods Conference. Okay, this is Bretton Woods Conference, and this is very important in the field of, if you want to have interest in banking, economics, finances, etc., then this is very important in the history of the world. Okay, so let us begin with the first question. In which year Bretton Woods Conference happened? So 1939, 1944, 1945, or 1951? What is the right answer to this question? बताइए. The Bretton Woods Conference, actually it has some link with world wars. If anyone can tell me, I'll be very happy. I'm waiting for the response. So the right answer is, anyone? The right answer is option B, 1944 is the right answer to this question. So I hope you are aware that World War II started from 1939 and ended in 1945. So basically 1 year before the World War II was supposed to end. So Allied powers came and they actually met at Bretton Woods, a place in America. They did a conference and all, which has some relation with economics, banking, finance, which we are going to discuss in the next half an hour. So that is what you should know. It happened actually in 1944. B is the right answer to this question. Now let me show where exactly is Bretton Woods. So this is India, this is USA, and this is the eastern part of USA. So United States of America. Here you will find New York, here you will find Washington, D.C., here you will find a province, a triangular province called as New Hampshire. Okay. And in New Hampshire, here you will find actually Bretton Woods. Okay, this is what you should be knowing about. And yes, so here it is New Hampshire, और यहाँ आपको Bretton Woods मिलेगा. Okay. I hope you should know something about America. Like this is New York. Okay, यहाँ पर आपको Maryland, and somewhere here you will find Washington D.C. Okay, here is Massachusetts. I'm sure you must have heard about Massachusetts Institute of Technology, the topmost engineering college in the world. So Bretton Woods, this is the place in New Hampshire, Bretton Woods, where in 1944 Bretton Woods Conference happened. Okay, and this is actually the hotel. That is what we call it as Mount Washington Hotel, where actually this Bretton Woods Conference happened. Now, The next question is, how many nations participated in the Bretton Woods Conference held in 1944? Your options are 44, 52, 27, 29. What is the right answer to this question? क्या सही जवाब है? Anyone? How many nations participated in Bretton Woods Conference, which held in 1944, just before 1 year before the end of World War II? So the right answer to this question is 44 nations. Okay. So if you get to know, so Bretton Woods Conference, formerly known as United Nations Monetary and Finance Corporation, Financial Conference, was was the gathering of 730 delegates from 44 nations. Allied nations likha hai na, sat at Mount Washington Hotel in Bretton Woods, New Hampshire, USA. Okay. Now, so basically, I hope you are aware, if you have read little bit about World War. So this is World War II, and World War II happened from 1939 to 45. Okay. So there were two parties. I mean, there are two groupings primarily. One is Allied power, another is Axis power. So Axis power comprises of Adolf Hitler's Germany, then Hiroto of Bangladesh, and Benito Mussolini of Italy. So these are Allied power, Axis power, who lost actually the World War II. And Allied powers were Joseph Stalin from USSR, Soviet Union, Franklin D. Roosevelt from USA, Winston Churchill from UK, and Chiang Kai-shek from China. So these were on one side. So basically, these powers, the left side, these actually powers sat in 1944, the left side one, and they did what we call it as Bretton Woods Agreement. They sat in, primarily these were actually, those were from Allied powers were the members in this Bretton Woods Conference. And main job was, yes, so they wanted something, an international monetary and financial order, means they wanted to have, because World War II happened, and before that also we have seen Great Depression, and World War II came out, we have seen financial problems and all. So for that, they came up with this concept of Bretton Woods Conference. Okay, so let us move on to the next one. Which of the following is called as Bretton Woods twins? यही ZAT का previous year question है, मैंने आपको बताया है. So of course, देखो, since these things are in the news, like these are favorite questions of MBA exams, so they can discuss this in even in GT or personal interview also. Okay. I'll tell you what type of questions can be asked. अभी तो मैं discuss करा रहा हूँ theory, but I'll tell you how they will ask questions even in interview. They can do discussions on that. So first you answer this question. Bretton Woods twins किसको कहते हैं? World Economic Forum and World Bank. WEF is World Economic Forum. World Economic Forum and World Bank. GATT, General Agreement on Trade and Tariff and World Bank. IMF, International Monetary Fund and World Economic Forum. IMF, International Monetary Fund and World Bank. So what is the right answer? Can anyone tell me? So Bretton Woods twins means IMF and World Bank. So D is the right answer. This is very, very, very important. And I'll tell you why. पूछे हुए, ठीक है, previous year questions में MBA के exams में पूछे हुए. And I'll tell you further also why this is important. Now, just wait for a few minutes. We will explain it in detail. Now, here is the next question. The next question is, which of the following was established as a result of Bretton Woods Conference, which is not functional now? देखो क्वेश्चन देखो, आपको मैंने नॉट को अंडरलाइन करके दे दिया, but in examination hall you have to solve by your own self. So your options are GATT, General Agreement on Trade and Tariff, League of Nations, Trusteeship Council, or ILO, International Labour Organization. Sorry, what is the right answer to this question? Which of the following was established as a result of Bretton Woods Conference, which is not functional now? So the right answer is GATT, General Agreement on Trade and Tariff. So League of Nations जो था ना, ये World War I और World War II के बीच में था. This was replaced by United Nations. ठीक है, ये भी आपको पता होना चाहिए. देखो, see basically, I hope you are aware. So World War I happened from 1914 to 18. ठीक है. World War II happened 1939 to 45. So between these two periods, there was League of Nations, and the purpose of League of Nations is to ensure that there should not be any Second World War, because they had seen World War I, so they wanted that there should not be any Second World War, but still it happened. So it means it was considered as failure of League of Nations that it could not stop Second World War from happening. तो लीग ऑफ नेशंस का फेलियर माना जाता है कि वो सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर होने से रोक नहीं पाया. So later on, I hope you are aware. So 24th October 1945, only the United Nations came into force, and sorry. So that is what. So there are a lot of questions being asked. United Nations precursor is which organization? So if this is the question, then the answer would be League of Nations. Okay. So we are talking about Bretton Woods Conference resulted into the formation of GATT. Now it is not functional. Now what does it mean? Let me explain. And please tell me now, GATT is not functional. It has been replaced with the body X. So it has been replaced with the body X. What is that? WTO, World Trade Organization, UNCTAD, UN Conference on Trade and Development, WMO, World Metallurgical Organization, WHO. What is the right answer to this question? GATT, General Agreement on Trade and Tariff, has been replaced with WTO, World Trade Organization. तो यहाँ भी ट्रेड है, यहाँ भी ट्रेड है, तो नाम से ही पता चल जाएगा. यहाँ पे ट्रेड है, इसमें भी ट्रेड है. So is the right answer. Let me explain this. ठीक है. देखो, Bretton Woods Conference happened in 1944. Okay. So it led to the establishment of IMF, what we call it as International Monetary Fund. Okay. Now another one is called as World Bank. Or World Bank group bhi keh sakte ho, but okay. And another thing that was formed was GATT. So GATT is this General Agreement. Maybe likha hoga full form. Let me show. General Agreement on Tariff and Trade. General Agreement on Tariff and Trade. Okay. Sorry. Now this was not successful. So it was later on replaced by WTO, World Trade Organization. Okay. These two are successful, means it is still in place, and that is why IMF and World Bank are together called as Bretton Woods twins. And this was being asked many times in the exam. कि Bretton Woods twins किसको कहते हैं? ये कई बार पूछा हुआ है. So it is nothing but IMF and World Bank, which are the successful organization formed as a result of Bretton Woods Conference 1944. Okay? I hope it is clear. If everything is clear, please write yes in the comments. Okay, so let's begin further. So let us further move on. So this is the image of the Bretton Woods Conference room inside the Washington Hotel in Bretton Woods, New Hampshire, America. And now let's move on. We will discuss about these topics in detail because some of the things are very much important. Which of the following is the best option as far as its functions are concerned? It is considered as the lender of last resort and is helpful for nation during the balance of payment crisis. Which organization is being talked about? World Bank, IMF, World Economic Forum, Asian Development Bank. What is the right answer? So I'm waiting for the response from you all. Ab answer karo. If you know it, please, I'll be very happy to know. Lender of last resort. इसका क्या मतलब हुआ? When the country is in panic or to the nations, है ना? So at the world level, when the country is having some crisis, in that crisis, what is the crisis? The balance of payment crisis. What is balance of payment crisis? When forex reserve, or what we call it as foreign exchange reserve, forex को short में foreign exchange reserve कहते हैं, is very low or near to zero. In that case, the country cannot import, and that is why it has to take help from IMF, International Monetary Fund. ठीक है, we have just discussed about this. अभी हम लोगों ने बताया ना कि IMF जो है, it is one of the organization which was formed as a result of Bretton Woods Conference. ठीक है. So IMF helps countries during balance of payment crisis. ये बहुत famous question है. These are asked in many exams. That is why I'm highlighting it. अगर आप IMF के बारे में पढ़ोगे, so it is written, headquartered in Washington DC, considered as lender of last resort. It is helpful for countries during balance of payment crisis. Now, this was in the news in the last 2 years, specifically. I hope you are aware in context of Sri Lanka. I will discuss. Okay. Now, I have one more question. Agar lender of last resort at the world level is International Monetary Fund. If I ask lender of last resort in India, within our own country, so this we are talking about at world level is IMF. But if I'm saying that lender of last resort in India, so for example, if the banks are collapsing, if the bank is in panic mode in India, which organization comes and helps and support at the last moment? What is that organization? वो कौन सी organization होती है? Of course, I hope you are aware. So it's the RBI in India, which helps during that time, which helps that banks and all to come out of the crisis, okay, by giving a lot of loans, etc. So I'm not going in that detail, but you should know it. So lender of last resort at the world level is IMF. Lender of last resort in India is actually RBI. In India, अगर पूछा जाए तो. So that is what you should know. So I have made a video on RBI, so please go and watch it. Just search this on our Law Entrance channel. This is also a Career Launchers YouTube channel. You can watch about RBI. You can watch about Monetary Policy Committee, how repo rates are decided, what is Monetary Policy Committee. Now, at that time, when I was making a video, the RBI governor was Mr. Shakti Kanta Das. And yes, why Shakti Kanta Das? Why is important? Because just few hours earlier, I was just seeing this news that Mr. Shakti Kanta Das, who has now earlier retired as the RBI governor, has been appointed as principal secretary to the prime minister. So basically, now we are having two principal secretaries to the prime minister. Okay, one principal secretary is Mr. P.K. Mishra. This is the first principal secretary. And now the second principal secretary is Mr. Shakti Kanta Das. He's the second principal secretary to the prime minister. Now the question is, who is actually the new RBI governor then? अब इनको हटा के कौन RBI governor बनाए गए? So please tell me. So he has retired last, I think last year, November or December, he retired. And we are having a new RBI governor. What is his name? So his name is Mr. Sanjay Malhotra. आप देख सकते हैं. He is the new RBI governor. है ना? So that is what you should know. The new RBI governor is Mr. Sanjay Malhotra. Fine. So we are talking about IMF helping the countries during balance of payment crisis. So एक तो just yes, we have to understand it. When in India, when we have suffered in 1991 the LPG crisis, and also balance of payment crisis. So our forex reserve was very less, and hence we cannot import, and that is why we had taken loan from IMF. So IMF helped us during balance of payment crisis as well. Similarly, आप देख सकते हो 1991 and India took an emergency loan of $2.2 billion. Similarly, 2 years back, 1 or 2 years back, it was very much in the news that IMF helped Sri Lanka during balance of payment crisis, because in the last 1, 2, 3 years, it has been very much in the news. That through extended fund facility, etc., Sri Lanka got help from IMF, because Sri Lanka was suffering from foreign exchange reserve crisis or balance of payment crisis. तो इसमें होता क्या है? देखो, foreign exchange reserve crisis is like this. देखो, जैसे for example, if Sri Lanka foreign exchange reserve में क्या होता है? Foreign currency assets, gold. जैसे मैं आपको एग्जांपल बताता हूँ, foreign currency asset में जैसे डॉलर है. So if Sri Lanka wants to import something from any countries, let's say कोई foreign country है, जैसे मान लो USA, it has to give it in dollar, pay in dollars. And if you do not have foreign exchange reserve like dollar, you cannot buy, you cannot import something. तो अगर आपके पास foreign exchange reserve नहीं है, तो आप बाहर से सामान नहीं खरीद सकते हो. Your country cannot buy. And of course, there are a lot of things on which are actually the country is dependent on imports. बहुत सारी ऐसी चीज होती है, जैसे इंडिया के बारे में देख लो, almost 85% we are dependent on oil imports. Oil actually we import. Why? Because we do not have that much oil reserve. Okay. That is what you should be knowing. Okay. So that is now let's move on further. Again, I am just reminding you of one thing. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. please watch this class. First of all, subscribe to our channel. Go to the live section and watch this class where we'll be having session raised to 99 percentile. It is much better if you watch live. That would be the best. इसमें notify me पे click कर दो जाके अभी. Go and click on notify me so that you will get the notification. ठीक है. अब इसी में live section में जब नीचे जाओगे, you will get a video about economic survey. Please watch that. I had explained about economic survey, the fiscal policies, how actually the last fiscal year was performance of Indian economy, how the economy's performance was in the last fiscal year and things around it. Then here union budget session has been done by Govind sir. You can watch that as well. Okay. Now the next one is which is of the following is not a part of World Bank group? International Bank for Reconstruction Development, International Development Association, MIGA, Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency, and World Economic Forum. वर्ल्ड बैंक ग्रुप का पार्ट नहीं है, ये पूछा जा रहा है. So the right answer is World Economic Forum is not a part of World Bank Group. So basically World Bank Group जो होता है उसमें सब पांचों आते हैं. All five are part of World Bank Group. It includes IBRD, International Bank for Reconstruction Development, International Development Association, International Financial Corporation, Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency, and ICSID, International Center for Settlement of Investment Dispute. So these five are part of World Bank Group. But if the question is World Bank, तो इन दोनों को मिला के World Bank कहते हैं. These two are together generally called as World Bank. But all five together will be considered as World Bank Group. Okay, so that is what you should be knowing. ठीक है, so ये आप लोगों को पता होना चाहिए. ठीक है, और कभी कभी ऐसा भी होता है, sometimes we have seen IBRD को synonymously World Bank से denote करते हैं. It is also okay, fine, because IBRD plus IDA is World Bank, and all five together are called as World Bank Group. ठीक है, so these are the basic things you should be knowing about. And main job of World Banks, like we have seen, the main job of IMF is to help countries during act as lender of last resort or help during balance of payment crisis. ठीक है. Similarly, the job of World Bank is to provide loans, help countries fight disease, provide water and electricity, fight environmental protection, and help in sustainable development, achieving sustainable development goals. Okay, so these are actually the things, main goal of this. Now, I have made on our YouTube Law Entrance YouTube channel, I have made a dedicated video on sustainable development goals. Just search this on YouTube and you will get this. Watch it. That would be very, very helpful. Because you'll get an idea of what are sustainable development goals. Okay. So इसमें क्या है, तो World Bank helps nations, especially the poor nations, to achieve these goals of sustainable development goals, environmental protection, electricity, disease, etc. That is what you should be knowing about. Now, let us talk about IMF and World Bank, the Bretton Woods twins, in detail further. Where is the headquarters of IMF? These are directly asked in the exams. आपको पता होना चाहिए. Washington DC, San Francisco, New York, Los Angeles. What is the right answer? International Monetary Fund का headquarter कहाँ है? Anyone? So right answer is Washington DC, the capital of USA. ठीक है. अच्छा, एक एग्जाम में ये देखा था पूछते हुए. This question was asked, what is DC in Washington DC? So this is nothing but District of Columbia. ये भी पूछा हुआ है किसी एग्जाम में. ठीक है. So that is what you should know. Now the next is, where is the headquarters of World Bank? Washington DC, San Francisco, New York, Los Angeles. World Bank is IBRD, International Bank for Reconstruction Development, and IDA. इन दोनों को मिला के वर्ल्ड बैंक कहते हैं. हेडक्वार्टर ऑफ वर्ल्ड बैंक कहाँ है? What is the right answer? Headquarters of World Bank is in Washington DC again. So both are headquartered in Washington DC, capital of USA. So where is India? This is USA, and यहाँ पर आपको मिलेगा Washington DC. अच्छा, Washington DC में जो river उसका नाम बता सकते हो? Can anyone tell me? There's a river in Washington DC. What is the name of that river? Potomac River. Okay. So here you can see these are the images of World Bank building in Washington DC. Here is the image of International Monetary Fund in America, Washington DC. Now the next question is, this is very important and you should be knowing it. Who is the current president of World Bank? Anshula Kant, David Malpass, Ajay Rai, none of the above. What is the right answer? So the right answer is option D, Mr. Ajay Banga. आपने नाम सुना होगा, I'm sure you must have heard his name. So D is the right answer to this question. Now, who is the current CFO of World Bank? Chief Financial Officer. And there is a reason why I'm asking it. World Bank के CFO कौन है? Anshula Kant, David Malpass, Ajay Rai, Indermeet Gill. So the right answer is Anshula Kant, and she's an Indian origin lady. So A is the right answer to this question. Okay, that is why I'm asking it. And who is the current chief economist of World Bank? Your options are Soumya Swaminathan, David Malpass, Geeta Gopinath, Indermeet Gill. Chief economist of World Bank. The right answer is Indermeet Gill. D is the right answer to this question. Okay. 4th July 1944 established, headquarter Washington DC. President Ajay Banga. MD Managing Director and Chief Financial Officer Anshula Kant. Okay. And she's also an Indian origin lady. That is why you should be knowing. Chief economist is Mr. Indermeet Gill. ये पता होना चाहिए. Now, the next question is, who is the current MD, Managing Director of IMF, International Monetary Fund? Soumya Swaminathan, David Malpass, Geeta Gopinath, Namak Dabak. What is the right answer? Managing Director of International Monetary Fund. Managing Director of IMF is actually option D. So right answer is Kristalina Georgieva, है ना? Okay, so D is the right answer. Who is the current chief economist of International Monetary Fund? Soumya Swaminathan, Pierre Oliver Gourenchas, Geeta Gopinath, Kristalina Georgieva. Chief economist at IMF. So the right answer is option B, Pierre Oliver Gourenchas. Who is the first deputy MD of IMF? This is very, very important. Star market. First deputy MD means managing director. First deputy managing director of International Monetary Fund. Deputy. And she's an Indian, and that is why you should know Geeta Gopinath. She had earlier served. So she's ex-chief economist of IMF also. पहले वो chief economist भी रह चुकी थी of IMF. Okay, so the right answer is C. Geeta Gopinath is the right answer to this question. Okay. So IMF, 1st July 1944, and Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva, first Deputy Managing Director Geeta Gopinath, Chief Economist Pierre Oliver Gourenchas. So that is what you should know. ये सबसे important है second वाली, because she's an Indian origin lady from the state of Kerala. I hope you are aware, and that is what you should know. है ना? IMF का काम क्या है? मैंने आपको बताया, main is actually helping countries during balance of payment crisis, है ना? Help see a fixed exchange rate system and all. Main यही है, main this is, है ना? Help countries during depression, world wars and all, है ना? So basically economic crisis जो भी होता है उसमें help करना balance of payment crisis में, that is the main job. Geeta Gopinath, I have told you, she is currently the first deputy managing director of IMF. ये पता होना चाहिए. Earlier served as chief economist of IMF, and her husband actually is Iqbal Singh Dhaliwal, who had earlier been an IS topper, etc. तो ये सब थोड़ा सा पता होना चाहिए, है ना? Now let us talk about Bretton Woods system, which was prevalent from 1944 till I think 1970s तक रहा था. So Bretton Woods system exchange rate was what? $1 is equal to 1 gram of gold, $1 3.7 gram of gold, $100 2.5 gram of gold, $1 0.88 gram of gold. What is the right answer to this question? Bretton Woods system exchange rate was $1 is equal to 0.88 gram of gold. So D is the right answer to this question. Okay. So that was है ना, 0.88 gram of gold was equal to 1 gram. Okay, or $1. So that was the Bretton Woods system. Bretton Woods system की बात हो रही है यहाँ पर, was actually brought in 1944. However, later on, है ना, so it was brought just after World War II for recovery, etc. and all. But later on, this system was crashed or ended. So the Bretton Woods system where $1 can be exchanged from 0.88 gram of gold or vice versa, was ended in which year? 1961, 1971, 1991, 1981. What is the right answer? So the right answer is B. 1971 is the right answer to this question. And who was the US president at that time when the concept of Bretton Woods system ended? Richard Nixon, Jimmy Carter, John F. Kennedy, Franklin D. Roosevelt. What is the right answer? So the Bretton Woods system khatam kiya gaya. That is $1 is equivalent to 0.88 gram of gold. So this concept was ended. Who was the US president at that time? So the right answer is Richard Nixon. 1971. So you can see on 15th August 1971, this concept was ended. The concept. Finally, it was formally ratified in Jamaica on 1976, but it was ended in 1971. That is what you should be knowing. Okay. Now let us talk about when was WTO, World Trade Organization, established by replacing GATT. I have told you that Bretton Woods Conference led to the establishment of IMF, World Bank, and GATT, General Agreement on Tariff and Trade. This was not successful, so later on replaced by WTO. So WTO was established on 1st January 1995. 1st January 1995. So C is the right answer to this question. And where is the headquarter of WTO? Headquarter kahan milega? Because IMF and World Bank both are headquartered in Washington, D.C. Now, where is WTO headquartered? Ye kahan headquartered hai? Can anyone tell me? So WTO is headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland. World Trade Organization. So that is what you should know. So World Trade Organization, Intergovernmental Organization, headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland. Okay. And who's the Director General of WTO? Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. So she's actually the Director General of WTO, member of 166, headquartered Geneva, Switzerland. So here is India. This is Europe. This is Switzerland, और यहाँ आपको मिलेगा Geneva here. Okay. So this you should be knowing. And 1st January 1995, WTO was established as a result of Marrakesh Agreement by replacing GATT, General Agreement on Trade and Tariff. And it is supposed to implement SDG 10 of UN Sustainable Development Goals. Agar hoga to I'll have a class, Sustainable Development, I'll schedule a class in this YouTube channel only, because SDGs are generally important, asked in different exams. That is why you should be knowing. So this is all about today's class. Thank you everyone. Please subscribe to the channel, press the like button, share this video. And tomorrow at 10 a.m., please join our class, Race to 99 percentile on our channel. Subscribe to it. And thank you everyone. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.